Hey guys, what's up? It's Danielle. So for today's video, I wanted to do something kind of different. It's still going to be planner related, but I first wanted to mention that I got rid of a ton of planner stuff just within like the past 2 days, I would say. And I did that because I realized that I don't use a lot of it. And honestly, that really bothers me. So I got rid of a ton of washi, stickers, basic like office supply things, and the giant racking, the metal wire racking that I had in my room. I actually took that apart and I put some of it in my living room, and the other part of it is actually just sitting in my utility closet, as I like to call it. So that being said, I am trying to really whittle down what I have. Basically, from what I owned before to what I own now, I'm kind of going back to my roots. I really started on my planner journey back in 2015, and I remember everything that I had fit into like this giant like chest of Sterilite drawers. And I remember thinking about that yesterday and realizing how much it's exploded since then, and really how much I've collected over, I would say, primarily the past 3 years, because 2015 was a little bit slow, but like 2016 and especially 2017 is when I really got the ball rolling. So that being said, I am trying to be more mindful of what I do purchase as far as planner stuff is concerned. And I'm actually working through all of the sticky notes that I have. Excuse me. What I've kind of been doing is taking them to work. I also got rid of a bunch of markers and pens that I no longer use that are old, as well as some pencils. And there's just a lot of stuff that I've gotten rid of, particularly in the past, like I said, 2 days. And it feels really good. I'm not sticking to like the Marie Kondo method or whatever, because personally, I'm not really a fan of that. Whatever works for you, works for you. But for me, I go primarily based off of common sense, and that generally dictates whether or not I keep something. So that being said, since I'm trying to be more mindful of what I do bring into my apartment as far as planner stuff is concerned, because I think aside from food and cleaning supplies, those are the things that I tend to purchase most often. So I went to Office Depot because my cousin is obsessed with the Tool pencils, and she wanted me to see if there were any, refills. So unfortunately didn't find those for her. So sorry, Jane. I wish that they were there. But anyways, I, of course, hit up the Tool section. And if I'm being honest, I really do love Tool a little bit more than I love Arc, just because it's, better made. Like the quality is better, especially if you dive into the leather covers. And I actually got rid of all the other covers that I have, aside from the one that is on my actual planner right now, which is still this poly cover. I'm still loving this. But what I found, and I got not one, but I got 2 of these. And I'm so excited. So I think I might have shared this with you guys the last time I did an update. Maybe I didn't. I think I shared this in like one of my previous ARC updates. I am, keeping my inserts that I use, and that's something that I've really never done before. So I just want to make sure that I have, enough space to actually collect it for the entire year. And it's just nice because, you can kind of see like how your planning evolves. And in addition to that, it's also very helpful when it comes to, trying to remember like, oh, when did I have that appointment? Oh, when did this happen? You know what I'm saying? So in the spirit of that, I got these, and these are 2-inch diameter discs. I had no clue that Tool had these. I saw these and I almost screamed in the store. So I got 2 of them. This one is going to be for this planner, is kind of what I'm thinking. And then the other one is going to be for, like I said, the other planner, excuse me, that holds all of my used inserts. So I'm very excited that I found those. These are ridiculously huge. Like, I thought that the 1.5 inch diameter ones were big, but oh my God, this takes it to a whole nother level. And I'm actually okay with the fact that these are just black and that they're plastic. I really do love the metal discs just because I feel like it's so much more smooth when you're moving the pages. Although that could all just, you know, be in my head, but I don't know. If you feel it, you know, might as well roll with it. Okay, I also got this, which, by the way, I just want to throw this out there. Office Depot is really upping their game as far as these notebooks are concerned. I saw they have like metallic leather covers. One of them is rose gold. They still have like the standard like purple ones. They have like a really pretty gray, kind of like a more tan color, a deepish brown. And then they also have, I don't really know how to explain them. They're not flimsy. They're pretty solid, not like super thick, but I feel like they're pretty solid, but they look like they're just plastic poly covers. They're actually, they feel kind of foamy, if that makes sense. Maybe like a leathery type thing. I don't know if they actually are leather, but they come in all different kinds of pastel colors. It was so difficult for me not to buy the blue one, but you know, it's okay. It's okay. I'm okay with what I have. But I did pick this up just because I thought it was so pretty. So these are just some to-do little pads. Oh crap, they're limited edition. Oops. Okay, I probably should have bought more, but that's okay. I'm trying not to be like that. So you can see it just has a nice gradient going all the way down. And then down here you have a couple of lines. So this is like really pretty, totally up my alley. You guys know that I love blue, which, you know, explains my necklace that I always wear. Okay, the last thing that I got is a huge purchase, literally. Not just in terms of the size, but also in terms of the price tag. So if you guys have been with me since I started on my disc bound journey, I think it was the end of 2017. I don't know. I just remember like mid to end 2017 is really when I got into it. But basically, I have been using the arc punches that are like compact, and I hate those things. I really do. The first reason why I kept up with it is just because I didn't want to have to spend like 50 or 60 bucks on a punch, and you know, I didn't know if I was going to end up loving the arc system as much as I did, so I didn't want to invest a lot of money into it, which I think makes sense. But also the reason was just because, you know, at the time it was easier for me. I was moving, and, you know, I was moving like 1,500 miles away from home up to PA, you know, where I've been living for almost, well, it's going to be 2 years in November. But it just didn't really make sense at the time, and I just couldn't justify the price tag. Now, one of the beautiful things about the tool system is that some of the options are cheaper than with the arc system. And if I basically had to tell you guys where to buy what, I would say buy the dividers at Staples, because you can get a pack of 6 instead of a pack of 5. They don't have nearly as many colors though. They're kind of ugly, but they're durable, so whatever. It works if you just want something that's really monochromatic like I do. Like I just have black dividers and I'm fine with it. If you want something that looks a little bit more bougie, like go with the Tool dividers. In terms of paper, I would definitely say stick with Tool. Also, same thing with the leather covers. If you're going to go with art covers, I would definitely say or I'm sorry, if you're going to go with poly covers, I would definitely say either or, you know. I haven't really tried out the poly covers from Tool, but judging by what I saw and felt in the store, they feel a little bit more solid than the ones from Arc do. So I ended up also getting a punch. And this is a full-size punch, which is perfect because I still have my 8.5 by 11 Tool notebook. And by the way, I just want to say that I know I mentioned that the Tool leather notebooks are really well made, but I need to stress that again because I've had that cover since I first started on my disc-bound journey, and it was with me at work for probably like 2 or 3 months when I first started, and that says a lot if it can handle all of that and still be intact, because I tend to be very rough with things even though I try not to be. So they are very, very well made. I know some people may not want to spend the money, but trust me, it's worth it. So I'm very excited about this because I haven't had a full size, you know, disc bound punch ever. And I'm just so over the moon about this. So let me just pull this sucker out because I'm literally that excited. Like, I'm about to go punch, like, not a person. I have someone in mind for that, but not today. I'm about to go punch like all of my pages and I cannot wait. So this is what it looks like. Very nice. And I'm going to assume, yep, there's a guide right here for, you know, you have like bigger or smaller pages. So that's really nice. Okay. So that being said, I am going to show you guys what my arc has been looking like lately. So let's get into that. Okay guys, so I'm going to do this so that it's upside down for me, but it's right side up for you guys. So I haven't really changed a whole lot in here. I've mainly gutted it a little bit, and you're probably going to be able to see that. Also, I am filming on my phone, so this is just going to be like a rough overview. I'm not going to be like zooming in on anything because, like I said before, I haven't really added anything in aside from just a small handful of things. So this is what it looks like when you open it. Here is my dashboard that I made when I first got into disc bound. I still love this. You guys know I love lemons. And then I have a zipper pocket by Arc, and it just has a couple of reminders and some stickers. And then I have a page protector. This is just like a regular page protector meant for a small binder. And all I did was I cut off where it was originally punched and then repunched it. And I have a picture of my kitty, Mochi. And then on the back, I have a picture of the Badlands in South Dakota. And then we get to my first divider. Now, I also did whittle down the amount of dividers that I have in here as well. So I used to have like 5 or 6, and right now I only have 3. So it's probably going to be subject to change, but you know, that's how it is. So I still have this little eye patch, and then I still have my channel art on here because I love it. So then we get into like my monthly, yearly stuff. And I apologize if it's too bright for you guys to see this. I got rid of my desk. So yeah, I am going to have to make do with this. But basically this is just a free printable from Filofaxy. And I absolutely love how it looks. Just very streamlined. And then this is what the month of March looked like for me, or what it currently looks like, I should say. So I've gone back to just kind of writing stuff in there. I am not using a friction pen anymore. That thing drove me insane. because the color payoff was terrible. So these inserts right here that you're looking at are actually from Peanuts Planner Co. And as you can see, I did decorate it using some of the Recollections yearly stickers. And then this is an insert that my cousin actually made for me. And she and I are very much obsessed with Peanuts Planner Co. So she kind of based it off of what Vivara has in her shop. But I've just been kind of using this as like an exercise tracker. I haven't filled it in quite a long time, as you can see, but I have been tracking my exercise elsewhere, so I just need to update this. And then this is actually like forward planning stuff. So I think I've shown this to you guys before, but this is another one that my cousin made me. And I have it going all the way through the end of this year. Okay. Then I have this, which again, my cousin made for me, and this is basically what I use for like highlights. So kind of like memory keeping in a way, so I can look back on the year. I have not figured out what I want to do with this one just yet, but it is another one that my cousin made for me. And then I just have a list of important dates for 2019 right here. Okay, then we get into the next section, and I have some quotes up here, and then I actually have a piece of laminated plastic right here, which is just where I keep all my sticky notes. So just a couple of reminders, and then these are actually the lyrics to one of my favorite songs by Hanson. And then this tracker I made a while ago. I think you guys have seen this, but it just tracks my bills, and I like it because I can always update it depending on what's, you know, being added or taken out. So I like that. So I just check it off every time I pay something, which I need to check off the last couple ones. Just a bookmark. And then this is what I've been using as of late for my daily, weekly, whatever. So if you guys watched my video on my Filofax pocket size Holborn that I'm actually using as a wallet, I have something very similar to this in there, and it's actually an insert by Peanuts Planner Co. So I basically copied it in Excel, and I printed a couple of them out, which is okay because it's not like I'm selling these, but I pretty much have the same setup on here as I do in my Pocket Filofax. So there's 8 boxes per page, 4 on each side, and you can just have different categories for them. So the ones that I have are things to buy, errands that I need to run, finances, schedule, and then on the back I have contact, pending, NTO, which means no te olvides, which is don't forget in Spanish, and then just like a to-do list. And then I do have a couple of extra ones in here as well. I have something that I'm working on right now, which I did have in my Arc Mini, but I wanted to put a copy in here. This is like different types of management, and I just, you know, I like to look at it. I have 2 minutes to peace, which is also another one that is in my Holborn. Just some lined paper, nothing really that special. And then we come to the last section, which this just has like a bunch of notes. So like I have cleaning routines in here, and then laundry routine, 9 dimensions of wellness, something that has to deal with, you know, my eating disorder. And then these are all the things that I like to track, and like categories and things of that nature. Random little bits and bobs, so like, you know, replacement bulb for my happy light. And then this is Trzymaj go na radarze, which is keep it on the radar in Polish. So these are things that I don't want to lose sight of, like things that I'm working towards or things that, you know, are supposed to be happening, or, you know, it just kind of depends on the situation, but I just don't want to forget about any of this. And then I have a couple of extra pages of note paper. I don't actually know why this is in here because I hate the lined paper. I very much prefer the dotted grid or just the regular grid. And then in the back, this is a serious throwback. This is actually the key that I used to use when my inserts were more bullet journal inspired, and you can see Mochi's climbing up on me. Hi, Bubs. So I also have a no te olvides section here as well. So these are things that I'm working towards as well. And then I just have my Ram Dump pages by Kathy Paw, and that is everything. So I am going to be updating this, and I'll give you guys a look so that you can see what it looks like later on. But for right now, that's all you get. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all, and I will talk to you all in my next video. Bye, guys.